I made right around $2,500 day trading today, and odds are you most likely didn't. So in this video, I'm going to go over all the trades that you should have taken today and give you the exact reasons for entry for each of those trades. Okay, so here's the graph of the 1 minute chart for NQ from this morning. As you can see, pretty significant downtrend. We started trending up, but we eventually broke that trend and continued on downward. Judging off the 1 hour time frame, I was looking for shorts today because the 1 hour time frame was bearish. Obviously, there was a bearish trend, so then I continued that on into the 1 minute chart, and that made me look for shorts. So if we look here, I'm going to mark out the first trade that I tried to take. I tried to take this exact entry here, right on this break of structure. So we're continuing a downtrend, or I guess starting a downtrend at this point, but we have a close below a prior low, signaling that we are looking to continue on downwards. And then this trade, of course, would have been a full profit trade for me with my stop loss here and then my take profit somewhere down here. But I didn't get to enter in this trade because I was having some software issues with my licensing key because I am on live accounts with Lucid. Lucid, the prop firm, has moved me fully to live environment only. So I'm trading on a different platform and I didn't have my licensing key set up properly. So I wasn't able to take that first trade. So that was a little sad, but this was just a great setup, break of structure, continuation in the direction that I wanted to, and missed out on that one. So moving on to the trade that I actually did take, and that would be this one right here. You can see I have my executions turned on, so you can see my exact entry and my exact exit. And basically the whole thought process behind this was, so obviously we started the uptrend, and then we started breaking the uptrend. I was looking to potentially enter off this candle right here. And this would have been a good trade. Like, as you can see, if I would have entered here, stop loss placed up here, it would have been a full profit trade. However, when I was looking at the actual amount of risk in terms of points on this exact trade, it just would have been so many points. And I was on NQ at the time, so I didn't want to switch over to MNQ in order to take this trade. So I just waited for a different opportunity, not necessarily a better opportunity, but just a different opportunity, one that made a little bit more sense because the candles today were absolutely massive. So my normal setup, I'm looking to trade NQ, but the moves today were so massive that this first setup didn't work out perfectly with how much I wanted to risk in terms of setting a proper stop loss. So what happened here, we start doing a little bit of consolidation, but at the same time, we're also continuing the downtrend. So consolidation with a slight trend towards what I want. And then what I'm looking for at this point, there's so many long wicks. I'm waiting for a solid close below these wicks, which we end up getting on this candle here, in order to confirm that we are looking to continue downward. And then for this exact trade, you can see I obviously entered right here, entered short, took profit after we broke this structure right here, and then my stop loss was placed up here, but this trade was basically never in drawdown anyway, so that was just a full winner right there of approximately $500. Then I'm going to move to my second account that I took a trade on with today, and this was the trade setup here. You can see that we have another set of basically consolidation or continuous wicks in both directions, and then a breakout candle. And this one breakout candle right here closes below all of these wicks, telling me that we're looking to continue short. So I entered in here, stop loss placed here, and take profit placed here. And again, as you can see, this trade worked out for me as well. So that was another winner that we took right there. Okay, and here's a live recording of that actual trade taking place in real time. So you can see my actual entry, my exact stop loss, and take profit. You can see I also have marked out the exact break of structure, and that's just to remind me what exactly I'm targeting and to see when a candle actually does close below it. And you can see we continue on downwards until we reach full profit. Okay, so now getting into another trade that I took on a different account here, I'm going to show you the break in structure that I was targeting to the downside here, and that would be this break of structure right here. As you can see, we wicked it at first, and then we pulled back a little bit, and then we ended up breaking the structure there. So that was my entry point, was right here. And then my stop loss was at this invalidation point right here. And for this specific trade in this exact account, I only needed I needed less than a 1-to-1 risk to reward in order for this trade to get me to my profit goal. So as you can see right here, The trade was basically never in drawdown for me. I entered on this candle right here, and then it basically went right to my profit, and then it did end up reversing from that point, but it doesn't really matter because I got my full profit and I was out of the trade, and then trend decided to shift against me, and then once trend went against me, I didn't try shorting ever again up until this break of structure right here. And then at this break of structure, of course, it started a downtrend. So that's why these break of structures are so strong. And that's why they're so important to pay attention to. Whenever you can hop on the correct side of a trend, you can make a ton of money and experience little to no drawdown in the process. You can go on really big win streaks following trend. And then moving on to the last trade that I completely missed, and I was really upset about it because this was such a good setup. So if you look here, obviously we have a huge uptrend going, but my bias for the day is bearish. So I'm looking for shorts. So during this entire uptrend, there's no sign of reversal, basically. So I see we create a new low, we have a pullback, and then we have a break of structure on that low that we created just then. And I was hesitant and didn't take this trade. And of course, by the time the next candle formed, this one candle right here was a massive move. So at that point, I just didn't take any trade because I kind of messed up the entire entry on this one. And if I would have entered right here, I obviously would have been risking very little. I would have never been in drawdown. And this is a great stop loss, like in terms of risk to reward. This could have been a huge winner for me, but it ended up being nothing. So this is a trade that I also didn't take today. So unfortunate for sure, but you know, you live and you learn. So didn't take this one, but just another good setup from the day. Looking for shorts, even after this huge move up, there's still plenty of opportunity to take more moves on the way down. So if you made it this far in the video, I hope you got some real value and insight from the actual trades that I was able to take today. And if you want even more free value, join my free Discord. Link is down in the description below. We're going to be giving away Lucid accounts. So make sure you use code DROBO when you do buy your accounts with Lucid so that we can continue to give away more and more free accounts. Just a way to give back to you guys for supporting me. And in the meantime, I'll continue to give away as much free information as I possibly can.